Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm loving that we continuously bring you information you can need, and we're going to talk about the old ways of growing and living off the land, even if you have utilities and you currently live on the grid. Now, we're going to dig into something that I don't talk about, I haven't talked about, and I'm so sorry I haven't covered this topic before, and it's about carrots. And it's something at the grocery store you can get for like a mass amount for $50. My kids and us, we love eating carrots. Baby carrots are one of our favorite. And when you pull a carrot out of the ground, brush off the dirt, and eat it right there in the garden, of course, you wash it off and stuff. The same day it came out of the soil, it's a completely different experience. And I've experienced this with many vegetables that we've grown right on the balcony. They're sweeter, they're crispier, they have more of a satisfying way about them. And comparing to, a regular salad that you could buy, let's say at Chick-fil-A or something like that, it's such a different experience, and I urge you to try it. Now, here's the real homesteader bonus for carrots. You can store them for months, and you can leave them in the ground through a frost and harvest them even in the middle of winter. A single 10-foot row can feed your whole family through a lot of meals. So, again, we're talking about carrots, and we're going to start with the honest truth. Carrots are a little picky. The seed is very tiny, and it takes forever to sprout. The seedlings are super fragile at first, and if your soil is not right, you're going to pull up something that looks like a science experiment instead of a vegetable. And once you understand why they're picky, it makes a lot more sense. Now, here's what you need to know. Carrot is a root vegetable, and it's something that the channel will start to explore a little bit more if you watch the videos coming up in the future. The part you eat underground, the part that you eat is underground the whole time. So everything that the root runs into on the way down, a rock, a clump of dirt, extra fertilizer, affects what it becomes. It hits a rock, you get a forked carrot. Too much nitrogen in the soil, a gorgeous bushy top, but hey, a sad root. If the soil is too hard to push through, then it's stunted and it's twisted. Maybe that's where you get baby carrots from. Carrots actually evolved on the rocky hillsides of Afghanistan and Central Asia, if you didn't know, where they had to push harder to find water. Modern varieties have been bred for specific soil types, so it means picking the right variety for the ground is honestly the most important decision you'll make, even when you buy the seeds. Now let's talk varieties real quick, because that's where a lot of people go wrong. There are four main types you need to know. First up, non-taste. They're nearly the same thickness top to bottom, super sweet, great for fresh eating, best in loose, sandy, and well-worked soil. Not the green and heavy type. And if you have clay soil, it's not going to be your best. If your garden beds are light and fluffy, these are your flavor companions, all right? Second is the Danvers Classic. These are carrot shaped, broad at the top, broad at the top and pointed at the tip. These are literally developed for heavy northeastern soils since back in the 1870s. They're tough, they store well, and they work in an average, even kind of clayish ground. Most backyard gardens, Danvers are your best bet, and the reliable friend shows up when you count. Next one is the Shanty. They're short and chunky, cone shape. They go for really difficult soil, clay, rocky, compact soil, and they don't really care. Their shorter shape means that they don't have to push that deep flavor into the earth, and that's a little bit spicier. You harvest them one time though, because they turn woody fast if you leave them in the ground too long. And the fourth, the Imperator. These are long, skinny carrots you see in the grocery stores. Beautiful, but they're also demanding. They need very loose, deep, almost sandy, perfect soil and a regular garden. They'll disappoint you. If you don't, you got to have raised beds if you really have a good custom mix. Otherwise, you want to stick with those Danvers or don't do it at all. Now, here's a bonus option, the Paris Market, which is a Brassica little round carrot balls. Your soil is too shallow or still a work in progress, these are perfect and they're fantastic. They barely need any depth and they're great for containers too. Well, I might want to get those now. And now we got to deal with the soil prep. This is where the carrot growing is won or lost, and it's no exaggeration on this. You want your bed dug and tilled at least 12 inches deep for standard varieties. Remove every rock you find. So this is going to require you to do this a little bit more. You need to break up every clump. You've got heavy clay, working compost, and coarse sand to loosen things up. And here's a big one. You do not use fresh manure. Fresh manure is too high in nitrogen and carrots will go up and haywire. Too much nitrogen, you'll get a beautifully leafy top and basically no edible root. That's something I didn't know. A lot of effort for a really anticlimactic harvest. If your soil just doesn't cooperate, No matter what you do, raised beds may be your best friend. Fill them in with mixed topsoil, compost, and coarse sand. And basically, you built the perfect carrot environment from scratch. Total control. No surprises. Now, for soil pH, this is something you should check, about 6 to 6.8. Outside that range, nutrients don't absorb properly and your roots stay stunted and pale. Get a simple soil test if you haven't already. They're inexpensive and they take all the guesswork out. Now let's talk about timing. Carrots love cool weather. Hot soil makes them bitter and pale, so you're aiming for 2 windows: early spring, 2 to 3 weeks before your last frost when the soil hits at least 40 degrees, and mid-summertime. So your carrots mature to cool off in the fall. That's why we're doing this video right now. Fall carrots are actually better than spring ones because the frost doesn't hurt them. It usually converts starches into sugars, which makes them sweeter. So a carrot that's been sitting in the ground through a couple of light frosts is basically doing its own natural flavor upgrade. Pretty cool, right? I'll see myself out now. Planting is simple, and there are a couple things to get right. Always direct sow, meaning plant the seeds straight into the ground. Never start them in little cups and transplant. Many may disagree, but hey, that's what I'm saying. Even a tiny disturbance in developing that root causes that forking that you can't mix. Mix a shallow furrow and no deeper than 1/4 inch. Carrot seeds are tiny, so mixing them with tiny dry sand before the sow helps them to spread more evenly. Seed tapes. Well, you can get those little strips where the seeds are already spaced out. It's fantastic for carrots specifically because you cover with fine sand, vermiculite, and a seed starting mix, and not regular garden soil because the hard crust on the surface can block those tiny seeds from poking through. Now here's the trickiest part. Carrot seeds take 14 to 21 days to germinate, and the soil surface has to stay moist the entire time. That's different from my other videos. Now, even 1 or 2 dry days can kill those seeds before they sprout. This is the #1 reason people get patchy, disappointed carrot stands. Water lightly and often. Keyword often. Consider laying a piece of cardboard or burlap over the bed to help hold the moisture in between the waterings. Just check daily and remove it as soon as you see seedlings emerge. A clever trick, sow some radish seeds in the same row. Radishes pop up in 4 to 7 days, so mark where your carrot row is and help you weed out the guessing work and are harvested out of the way before your carrots need the space. It's a little trick. 2 crops for 1 effort. That's kind of efficiency our ancestors were all about. And the next one is important, thinning. Do not skip. I know what it feels like, it's wasteful, but you grow those little seedlings from scratch and now you're cutting them down. And see, thinning is taking out a lot of excess carrots, when they're small. So you want to make sure that you don't have them underdeveloped. They push against each other and you end up with skinny, twisted, disappointing results, even when everything else is done right. The seedlings are about 1 inch too tall, thin to 1 inch apart. That's where they're 3 to 4 inches. When they're 3 to 4 inches tall, you want to thin them to final spacing about 2 to 3 inches. Use scissors to snip them at the soil level instead of pulling. Haha, you didn't know that. Pulling disturbs the roots. We talked about that before. And you want to keep the little thinnings so you can remove a second stage totally edible as baby carrots. Haha, there you go, baby carrots. So it's not wasteful, it's a snack. Water consistently 1 inch per week. Sorry, my allergies are killing me right now. Every week. And don't let that soil go bone dry and then flood it. You don't want to do that. You want it to keep moist. You don't want to cause cracked roots, bitter flavor, and all kind of problems you can't fix once they start happening. Deep, less frequent watering is better than the shallow daily watering because it encourages roots to go deeper. For fertilizer, low nitrogen. Phosphorus and potassium are your friends for root development and flavor. A fertilizer ratio to 5 to 10 works well. If you prepared your bed with mature compost, you might not need to fertilize at all. Again, mature compost, not fresh. Adding a little bone meal to the bed before sowing, and it's an old school move that gives developing roots a slow, steady phosphorus boost without any nitrogen spike. Harvesting time. Everybody wants to talk about this. Most varieties are ready in 60 to 80 days. Check by brushing the topsoil away. At the top of the root, you want about 3/4 to 1 inch in diameter, or that's a full one. Taste it. It should be sweet, firm, and crisp. Of course, you're going to wash it off before you do all of that. If it tastes flat or soft, give it a bit more time. Water the bed thoroughly each day before you harvest. Moist soil releases carrots cleanly. You'll break away fewer roots. So, use a garden fork pushed in the bedside row. rock gently and loosen, and then pull from the base of the tops. For fall and winter storage, the simplest method is to leave them in the ground under 6 to 8 inches of straw mulch that insulates against freezing, and you can go out and dig fresh carrots all winter just by pulling back that mulch. It's basically a free refrigerator. That was there the whole time. Longer storage, the sandbox method works great. Pack carrots upright in a box of slightly moist sand or sawdust. Store between 32 to 38 degrees. Done right, it'll last 4 to 6 months. Easy peasy. Your first year of growing carrots is going to be to teach you more about the guide. It's going to teach you more about growing carrots than anything ever could. They fork, you know the soil needs work. If they're bitter, your timing and watering was off. If germination was patchy, you know to keep the surface moisture more consistent when you started out there. Every problem has a cause and every cause has a fix. Remember that. The beauty of the growing your own food is this. Your garden gives you feedback. You get better every season, and that kind of knowledge is good for passing down for generations, and exactly what we do on this channel. We give you something useful out of this video, and hell, this is for my kids in the future anyway. I'm always leaving cookie crumbs on how to become their own self-sufficient ones. Now drop me a comment. I want to know if you got any tips, or maybe I got something wrong. Hey, gardening's not perfect, and everybody's got a different way they try it. Now, if they don't turn out amazing, and did you pull up something that looked like it needed therapy? Let's talk about it. Tell me what you do, what you like, what's worked, and give me some different things that might help others and different tricks you might have tried. I'm Phil Davis. Thanks for watching this. Love you guys. Give me the HMO special, the help me out special. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. That's it, folks. You can go to Ancestry Lands to start owning property today with payments starting at $250 a month, no credit checks, and owning land has never been easier. It's time to build your land portfolio one property at a time. We help you to get dollars from dirt and build generational wealth by owning small plots of affordable vacant land. Contact us to learn more. Oh, and speaking of dollars from dirt, I also wrote a book about investing in land for you readers out there. My book, Getting Dollars from Dirt, A Beginner's Guide to Vacant Land Investing, is on Amazon. The link is in the description section below. Inside, you'll learn simple, easy to read insights that will have you understanding why you should own land today. For more tips and tricks, subscribe for updates, comment below, and let us know what you enjoyed about this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
And remember, like and subscribe.